The movie was incredible.
Just jumping, just had me, rocking on my seat,
It was an experience of a lifetime.
It was cute. It was way cute.
I loved it. It was brilliant. It really was.
I recommend it. It's a tearjerker.
I think everybody should see this movie.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to this semester's very first episode of Real Reactions. I'm your host, Riley Rourke.
And I'm Gillian Anderson, and we were just at an advanced screening of The Current War.
Directed by Alfonso Gomez-Rejon, this film follows Thomas Edison, George Westinghouse, and Nikola Tesla as they struggle to bring electricity to the U.S. in the 19th century. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch,
Michael Shannon,
Nicholas Hoult, and
Tom Holland.
Thomas Alva Edison.
My boys and I caught in a jar what before now has only flashed across the night sky.
The future is here. Hello, I'm George Westinghouse.
Nikola Tesla.
I will be the greatest provider of electrical power in the world. Better than Edison. There's a contest between you.
This is a battle for the brightest minds of America. Today, the impossible becomes possible. And the man that controls that current controls.
this is the first time Cumberbatch and Holland have been together since Avengers Endgame. But will the sparks fly, or is the audience burnt out?
Let's see what audience had to think of this film. And Tom Holland.
Okay, enough with the Tom Holland crush.
So you guys just got out of The Current War. What did you think?
I love it. I never saw the movie before, but it's very impressive to me.
Yeah, actually it's the first time I saw a movie of like a celebrity, like a biographic movie. That's amazing.
I thought it was good. I was on Rotten Tomatoes a little before the film and I saw that the critic reviews weren't good, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, I think it was a great movie. I really had a good time and performances were great. The story was very interesting as well. I even got to learn like a couple of things, history-wise that I had no idea about. So it was, pretty nice.
I love the movie. I thought the photography was beautiful and the acting was great.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I thought it was really, really intense. And I didn't understand a lot of the history behind kind of everything before today, so that was really cool too.
I rather enjoyed that actually. It was like, I know there was controversy surrounding, but I thought it was really good, and there was some good character work, some really good performances, and a really nice score.
What did you think about the performances? Who was your favorite?
Yeah, there's no doubt for me because he has already played so many roles like scientist, Jeeves, but I like that every time he has a different kind of way of picturing this character. Even they share some common personalities or things like that. Yeah.
I just come here for him. So I really like him just since the Sherlock time. So I like him when he's presenting someone that is totally different. And he's always like a person with that drama inside of him. Like he can always act like as a person with many complex inside of him.
My favorite performance was probably Benedict Cumberbatch. I thought he did a decent American accent. I also liked Nicholas Hoult in the movie as well, who did Tesla.
Cumberbatch as Edison was pretty great. He has some hard stuff that Edison has to go through, and there's also scenes where he does not come off well, but I think he pulled that off. Him and Holland's dynamic was really good as well.
Well, I'd say that Benedict Cumberbatch it was probably my favorite. It's also, I like him as an actor, and the performance as Thomas Edison, I think it was very, very good.
Yeah, I think I already said it. I think Cumberbatch with Edison was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Cumberbatch is Edison.
Awesome.
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Who do you think the real villain is, Westinghouse or Edison?
I don't think there's a real villain. I think that the situation there is, it's just how companies work. They want to win, they want to make a profit, and they both have a different vision on how to get there. And, I think there's no particular rule on how to play that, I think so. I don't see a villain, I just saw like really harsh competition.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think the film did a great job of portraying conflict without an antagonist. Yeah.
You know, it's very tricky at the end that the Westinghouse was awarded the medal. It's called the Edison Medal. So it's a kind of interesting. But to me, they are both winners because they have achieved a lot and they have like all their life have been into this industry and into electricity. So to me, they are both winners.
I think the way they were portrayed in the movie, and also just like on my personal beliefs, I think Edison was more of the villain.
Well, it's hard to say. I think the way that I saw it in the movie, it's more like, you know, these men were like confronted with very tough choices. And well, of course, they were both ambitious men, and you know, there's all that conflict playing out as to who's gonna be the one that becomes sort of like legend, and you know, be able to deliver this sort of legacy that they both wanted. I don't think that I would say that there is a clear villain in the movie. It's more like, you know, how the conflict plays out, and yeah, they both. I would say that none of them was like entirely like a either good or bad person. It's just like how complicated life is, and yeah.
They both do things that are pretty bad in that, like pretty cheat and you could call it immoral. But I think what's interesting is in history, people know Westinghouse a lot less than Edison, so I wonder if that has any impact on who people could really see as like the hero or the villain. Because yeah, both of them do some pretty kind of illicit things or stealing it, but I don't know, it's two very driven people, and sometimes they just completely lose their sight of everything.
And have you seen Avenger Endgame?
I have seen Avengers Endgame.
And so how did you feel seeing Cumberbatch and Holland in completely different roles?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic, and I'm glad to see them working together again, even though it was before Endgame, because that movie was actually from 2017.
So did you guys see Avengers Endgame?
Yeah, so it's very surprised to see those two get together.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I think they're together so often in the film that like initially it was a little hard to disassociate the two, but within this film alone, I think each of them played their role really well, so that feeling went away pretty quick.
We got some reactions from the audience, and they seemed to really like the movie. I'd say the film was electric.
It seems like the actors had enough energy to captivate the audiences, especially Tom Holland.
Although our reactions are a little ridiculous
and a little racy,
they're always real.